Okay, so welcome back again, grade 8. Today we are diving into an exciting new lesson that will help you discover how plants and animals, especially humans, are more alike than you might think. So before we begin, please make sure to watch the two videos linked at the description below. So these videos are essential for our discussion later. And also sorry for my voice today. I have a bit of cold, but don't worry, I can still manage. So watch, learn, and enjoy this journey of discovery. So for our topic, it's about plant transport system. But before we continue, let's learn or read the learning competency. Describe the parts and function of the plant transport system. Compare the human digestive system with that of the plant transport system. Perform an activity to observe plant's transport system in action. So for the first learning objective, similar to digestive system, we're going to identify the parts and the function of the plant transport system. Then we are going to compare the human digestive system and the plant transport system. How are they similar in some ways? And you will answer what is the main differences between them. Okay? And for our learning objectives, discuss the similarities and differences in parts and function of organ systems and plant transport system. Observe under the microscope the different parts of the plant transport system and conduct an experiment to observe plant transport system in action. Okay, so this activity, charades, so for teachers, pwede nyo po itong gawin sa school if you have time. If hindi po time consuming, this activity is a short or a kind of review for them to be prepared for the next lesson. Pero kung time consuming naman, pwedeng hindi na. Okay, so for our first activity today, okay, activity number 1, plant parts and their function. Okay, so the objectives describe the different parts of the plants and their function, materials needed, sample parts of the plant, writing materials, okay, like your ball pen, your pencil, and etc. So for the instruction, observe your school garden, study the plant assigned to you by your teacher, get samples of its parts, and stick them to the appropriate box below. Complete the worksheet by identifying the function of the sample parts you gathered. So for those teacher who can manage, pwede nyo pong dalhin yung mga bata natin sa school garden natin, and then I instruct them to observe the different plants that can be found, especially if you have your science garden. But in my case, under renovation yung aming part na yun. So, as a remedy, okay, or pwede nyung ipagawa kung hindi talaga kayang palabasin ng bata, you can play a video of a garden for them. Okay, so yun nga yung video number 1 na nasa description below. I hope mapanood muna ninyo yun, guys, before tayo mag-continue. Okay, so let's explore our garden. So I hope that you already watched the video. So for the question number 1 or for the guide question, what are the different plant parts and their function? As you watch the video or if you go in your school garden, what did you observe? Okay, what are the different parts of the plant? And I know sa inyo grade 8, hindi na ito bago sa inyo because you are already familiar of what plants look like, 'di ba? Kung ano ang itsura. So can you give me an example of parts of plant? Okay, so very good. So we have leaves, stem, roots, okay, the flowers, the seeds, and the fruits. Okay, so how do the parts of the plants help them survive? So let's see. So for the first one, the roots, okay, one of the most important part of the plant. Okay, because the roots, what is the main function? It anchors the plant in the soil and absorb water and minerals. So it's like ito yung katumbas ng mouth sa human, right? Sa roots, sa plants rather, the roots is used to absorb water and minerals. Tayo naman ang ginagamit natin in digestive system, the mouth, 'di ba? To ingest the food, okay? To be broken down into smaller molecules. Okay, and then the second one, stem. Okay, yung pinakakatawan niya, ano, it supports the plant and transports water, nutrients, and food. Okay, it supports the plant to stand, okay, to um, ano, kung para maging upright siya, makatayo siya ng tuwid. Okay, that's the stem, ano. And then, Kung hindi familiar sa stem, yun yung may mga woods. Okay? Next, number three, leaves or yung dahon natin carry out photosynthesis to produce food for the plant. So in the leaves, okay, in your elementary days, na-discuss ninyo doon what photosynthesis is. Okay, so when we say photosynthesis, that's the ability of the plant to make their own food. So through the use of the sunlight and other factors. So leaves is the site of photosynthesis. Tatandaan natin And during photosynthesis, the plants make their own food in the form of sugar or glucose. And then the next one, we have flowers. Okay, so the flowers is the reproductive part of the plant. It attracts pollinators. Okay, so familiar na ba tayo sa flower? So, yung flower natin, it contains ovules and then the pollen grain. Okay, it shows the differences of the male and female reproductive uh, organ of the plant. Okay, so for the next one, we have fruits. Okay, so fruits protect and help to disperse the seeds. Okay, so scientifically speaking, the fruits protect the seeds. Okay, pinoprotektahan niya, naka-enclose, nasa loob yung seeds. And then, disperse the seeds. The seeds will be dispersed, especially pag yung ating fruits na hinog na, 'di ba? Nalalaglag sila sa lupa and then eventually madidisperse yung seeds to produce new plant. And then the next one, number 6, we have seeds. It contain the embryo of a new plant. Okay, so ayan. So may mga dormancy or may mga period kung kailan sila pwedeng patubuin. Pero if we are going to um, plant them na specific season, siyempre, preserve muna natin sila sa mga container or plastic. Kasi nga yung mga seeds na yan, pag sila ay naka-sense ng water and soil, magtutubo agad yan, sisibol agad. Okay. Next. Excuse me. Okay, so for the next activity, unlocking vocabulary. So, instruction, rearrange the jumbled words in column 1 using the definition in column 2 as clues to unlock the correct scientific terms. Okay, so for you guys, you already know the parts, the basic parts of the plant, right? And for now, I will introduce to you the different terminologies that we are going to use throughout the discussion para familiar na tayo. So instead of flashing for teacher, instead of flashing those words, pwede rin tayong gamitin natin ito para maging interactive sa mga bata. So doon sa column 1, may mga jumbled letters and then ang mga bata naman, i-rearrange nila yung words or yung letter rather para mag-come up sila doon sa correct scientific terms. Ano yung gagamitin nilang clue? Yung definition sa column 2. Okay? So, clear na ba yung ating instructions? Okay. So, let's start. So, for the first one, the tissue in vascular plants that conducts water and dissolve nutrients upward from the root and also helps to form the woody element in the stem. Okay, so can you guess the first word? Okay, correct. It's xylem. Okay, so what is a xylem? So from the definition, it conducts water and dissolve nutrients. But before that, let us first analyze the definition of it for you to really understand the tissue. So again, guys, what is a tissue? Okay, in your grade 7 lesson, you discussed the word cell, right? Which is the basic unit of life. That's the common definition of a cell. So a tissue is a group of cell that perform similar functions. Okay, so ibig sabihin, itong xylem is a group of cell that perform a similar function. A tissue, a type of tissue in vascular plants. So what is a vascular plants? Meron din kasi tayong mga non-vascular plants. So madali lang naman tayong mag-identify kung vascular plants yan, grade 8. So, para masabi nating vascular plants yan, if you are going to observe in a microscopic level, dapat may xylem and phloem yan. That's the two main tissues for plants. But, if yung on the spot lang natin i-observe to the use of our naked eye, so tingnan natin kung may basic parts like the leaves, the stem, and the roots. Pag merong ganyan, it's an example of vascular plants. So, sir, magbigay nga kayo ng mga non-vascular. So, yung mga non-vascular natin, we have fern, mosses. So, those are example of non-vascular plants, which is lack of those parts. May mga parts na lack sila or wala. So, sige. Let us first elaborate the first tissue, the xylem. Okay, so xylem, think of this as the plant's water pipes. So tingnan natin yung illustration. Water and minerals at yung direction ng water, one way only, pataas. Ano? No end walls between cells, thick walls stick with lining. Okay, so for the function of the xylem, tatandaan lang natin mga anak, it carries water and minerals from the roots up to the rest of the plant, especially the leaves. So, yung xylem is a tissue that conducts water and minerals. Yun lang. At ang direction nun, laging pataas. One way only. Saan galing? From the roots, okay, to the leaves. Pataas. Okay, another, it also gives support to stems and makes wood in trees. Ang xylem, or yung ibang part ng xylem, pag nagmamatured, it becomes wood. Okay, it becomes wood of the plant. Yung wood, nagiging woody, yung matigas sa plant. Ano? And remember, or for trivia purposes, xylem is made of dead cells. Gawa sila sa mga dead cells. Okay, yun lang ang aking idadagdag dito. Ano? So anyway, so I hope that you already know or understand the first type of tissue for plants, the xylem. Next, what about the second word? So for the second word, the tissue in vascular plants that conduct sugars and other metabolic products downward from the leaves. Okay, a tissue similar to xylem. So ito lang, dalawa lang naman yung two main basic tissue for plants. Okay, so for plant transport system. So can you guess the second word? Okay, correct. Very good. It's a phloem. Okay, so it's an opposite or the opposite of xylem. Kung yung xylem, it conducts water, the phloem is a tissue that conducts sugar. Sugar is the food of the plant. Okay, yun yung pinaka-food ng plants. So, saan galing yung food? Balikan natin sa leaves, ano? Because the leaves is the site of photosynthesis where plants make their own food. Okay, so galing yung ating food or sugar sa leaves, and then afternoon, it will be delivered into the different part of the plants, to the stem and to the roots. Ano? So let's elaborate what is phloem. Excuse me. So this is the food transport system of the plant, the phloem. Pag sinabi naman natin water transport system of the plant, the xylem. Ano, wag kakalimutan. So for the phloem, it moves sugars and nutrients made in the leaves through photosynthesis down to other parts of the plant like roots and the fruits. So kung yung ating xylem one way, pataas lang yung water, itong phloem two-way. Okay, so two-way flow. May mga pataas na sugar at may mga pababa. Okay, so yun lang ating tatandaan. Ano? So again, what is the two main basic type of tissue for plant transport system? It's the xylem and the phloem. For the next word, can you guess that word? So for the definition, the process where plants absorb water through the roots and then give off water vapor through pores in their leaves. Okay, yun po. So it's a process. A process. So what's that? Very good. It is known as transpiration. So transpiration is a process happened in plant where it absorbs water and then this water will eventually be expelled through the leaves or through the pores in the leaves. Okay? So if we're going to think in a broader way, pwede natin siyang i-compare sa humans. Okay, we humans, we tend to sweat, diba? Pinagpapawisan tayo, especially if there is a high temperature. Sa plants, nagkakaroon din po sila ng expelled of water. But the process is known as transpiration. Okay, nangyayari po yun dun sa pores sa kanilang leaves. Okay, yun po ang tatandaan natin ha. Transpiration, the process where plants absorb water through the roots and then give off water vapor through their pores. Okay, so tingnan natin yung pinaka-illustration ng transpiration. Nag-absorb sila ng water and eventually the water is removed through their leaves. Okay, so ano ba yung mga factors na nakaka-contribute or nagko-contribute sa transpiration? One of this is the temperature, light intensity, the humidity. Okay, yun yung pinaka-factor na nagko-contribute sa transpiration ng plants. Siyempre, pag mataas yung ating temperature, transpiration is also high. Okay, kasi nga, the water will evaporate faster during that time. Ano? So, transpiration, this is when water moves up from the roots and evaporates, turns into water vapor or vapor from the leaves. It helps cool the plant and pull more water from the roots. Okay, normal lang yung nangyayaring transpiration sa plant, pero dapat in a moderate way. Hindi dapat sobra, ano? Kasi what will happen pag mas taas yung transpiration sa plant? Yung plant will eventually wilt. Ano? Malalanta sila pag mataas yung transpiration. Kasi, ang transpiration, removal of water through the pores of the leaves. So, dapat normal lang yung ating transpiration sa plants. Kaya kung mapapansin niyo pag mainit yung mga plants, anong nangyari sa kanila? Nalalanta. Ano? Ayan. So, next. Okay, so for the next one, okay, ayan. So, the upward push of sap in the xylem of vascular plants resulting from osmotic pressure in the roots. Excuse me. It is known as correct root pressure. So, what is a root pressure? The upward push. Okay, so our root pressure happened in particularly in the root hairs. Just pag nag-absorb root hairs, pag nag-absorb ng water ang plant. Okay, nagkakaroon po tayo ng root pressure para yung water it will flow upward to the plant. Okay, at kung mapapansin natin, pag tayo pinutol natin yung isang halaman sa gitna, let's say dun sa stem niya, mapapansin natin may sap na lumalabas doon. Okay, tuloy-tuloy pa din yung paglabas ng parang liquid. Okay, yun yung pinaka-main reason doon is yung root pressure kasi tuloy pa din yung pag-angat ng water, upward flow pa din. Okay, nag-a-absorb pa din yung roots. Okay, next. So, tingnan nga natin kung paano to. Ayan, root pressure sa mga root hairs to. Ano, it's like a gentle push from the roots that helps send water upward into the xylem. Happens especially when the plant is not transpiring much, like at night. So, typically speaking, sa roots talaga nangyari. From the word itself, root. Ano, root. Next. Okay, so next one, the ability of a liquid to flow in the narrow spaces without the assistance of or even in opposition to external forces like gravity. So what is that? It's capillary action. So baka malito kayo, kanina sir yung root pressure, it's like upward flow then ano ng water. Sa root naman yun. Itong capillary action is biological process that happens in plant where liquid moves upward. Pero nangyayari lang po yun is sa xylem po. Xylem ng plant, hindi sa roots. Ano? Okay, capillary action. Okay, meron din pong isang word na nakakalito, baka malito kayo. Transpiration pool. Parehas na parehas sila ng definition ng capillary action. Okay, yung ating transpiration pool is, yun yung nangyayari, mabilis. Mabilis yung upward flow ng water, especially pag high temperature or mataas yung temperature natin. Yung capillary action kasi, nangyayari is, mabagal lang to. Yun yung isa sa mga main difference na pwede kong sabihin sa inyo about that. Pero kung talagang magkaparasong tanong sa quiz, talagang malilito kayo kung ano yung isasagot natin. Next. Okay. A series of elongated cells in a phloem through which food materials are transported in the vascular plants. So, siya ay series of elongated cells. Basically, part siya ng phloem. Ano kaya yan? So, it's known as sieve tube. Okay? So, yung sieve tube po natin, these are like tunnels in the phloem. Tandaan, sa phloem po ito makikita. Part po siya ng phloem. They allow sugars and nutrients to move smoothly from the leaves to the rest of the plant. Okay? Pag tinanong ko kayo, part of the phloem that transport food. Of course, sieve tubes. Pero pag in general yung tanong, a tissue that conducts sugar rather, conducts sugar. Okay? Anong sasagot natin? It's phloem. Pag ang tanong is a part of phloem that conducts sugar, sieve tube. Pero pag general, a tissue that conducts sugar, phloem. Malinaw naman ano. So, next. Ayan. So, the next one, we have a strand of conducting vessel in the stem or leaves of a plant, typically with phloem and on the outside, and xylem on the inside. So, tingnan natin. With both tissue, part siya ng plant, the vascular bundle. It's a vascular bundle, correct ba kayo? Okay, so tingnan natin, ano ba yung vascular bundle? A vascular bundle of transport tissue found in stems and leaves, it usually has xylem on the inside and phloem on the outside. So, yung ating green, ito yung green part, yung green portion, tingnan natin, that's what we call the xylem. Tapos yung purple, okay, sa taas, yun naman yung phloem. Okay, so this one is known as vascular bundle. Pag pinagsama natin, vascular bundle. At kung meron tayong illustration pa, ayan, ito, nag-help din yung vascular bundle sa formation ng annual rings or ng woods ng plant. So, yung phloem po natin, hindi siya nagko-contribute sa wood ha. Hindi siya nagko-contribute sa formation ng wood. Ang nagko-contribute lang sa formation ng wood sa plant is yung ating xylem. Tatandaan natin. Pag tinanong ko kayo, it's a part of the plant that contains the xylem and the phloem. It is the vascular bundle. Next, what about this one? The transport of soluble food material from one part of a plant to another. It's a process. So, a process of transporting soluble food material from one part of plant to another. So, saan nga galing yung soluble foods? Sa leaves. Kasi nga doon nangyari yung photosynthesis. So, ano yung process kaya na yan? Ayan, it is known as translocation. So, translocation is like the opposite of transpiration. Ano? So, this is the movement of food like glucose made in the leaves to other parts of the plant. It helps feed growing parts like buds, fruits, and roots. Okay, so tingnan natin yung illustration. Sa leaves, nandun yung sugar. It will be delivered in different parts of the plant. Tandaan natin, two-way po ang movement niyan sa phloem. Ano? May mga pataas, may mga pababa. Okay. Next. Okay, for the next one, for number 9. Okay, one of two specialized cells that border a stoma and regulate gas exchange and water loss. What's that? Okay, very good. It's a guard cell. So, ano ba yung itsura ng guard cell natin? So, a guard cell is, these are two small cell around each stoma. Ito po yung ating guard cell, dalawa. Siya din po yung nag-regulate in the closing and opening of stoma or stomata. They open and close the pore to control gas exchange like letting carbon dioxide in and oxygen out and water loss. So, balik tayo para pagsabay na natin yung dalawa. The last one, tiny openings or pores in plant's tissue that allow for gas exchange. It is known as stoma or stomata in the plural. Ano? Tiny pores on the surface of leaves. They allow gases to move in and out of the plant. So, nandoon po yung dalawang parang bean shape. Yun po yung guard cell. Sila yung nagko-close and open. Ano? And yung nasa gitna naman, yun yung stoma or stomata. Okay, so sa stoma, dun po pumapasok yung ating gases at lumalabas yung gases or nagkakaroon ng gas exchange where the stomata lets carbon dioxide in and oxygen out. Baliktad sa atin, ano? So, kasi sa tao, we let oxygen in and we let carbon dioxide out. So, baliktad, ano? Ayan. So, ano pa yung pumapasok dyan sa stomata? Or lumalabas. Lumalabas din ang water during transpiration. Pero sir, dyan po ba pumapasok yung sunlight? So, correct natin yun ha. Hindi po sa stoma or sa stomata. But the sunlight is absorbed by a specialized or a cell in the plant tissue or in the leaves known as chloroplast. Yun yung nag-absorb ng sunlight. Ano? The chloroplast. Tatandaan. Excuse me. Next. Ayan, so we are done. So we are done for the different words which is related for our discussion. So maganda yan na activity for teachers para mas maging interactive. Unlike na ipa-flash lang natin yung mga words na yan. Ano? So, next. For our next activity, Activity 2, A Tale of Two Systems, Human versus Plant. We're going to compare the human digestive system with plant transport system. So for the materials, worksheet, writing materials, your ball pen, your pencil, your notebook, etc. Instructions. Read the following text and complete the table that follows. So, dito po sa activity number 2, dun po sa aming lesson exemplar, meron dong kwento. It's like a story. Pero pag pinabasa ko sa mga bata, especially, parang magiging boring sa kanila. Ano. So, minodify ko ulit yung activity doon sa lesson exemplar. If you can observe, di ba? So, minodify ko. So, instead of using that, gumawa po ako ng dialogue between two characters. We will compare the plant transport system and the digestive system. So, meron ako ditong dalawang character, si Diggy that will represent the human digestive system, tsaka si Planta, the plant transport system. So, for teachers, you can call or call a representative for boys or for girls is tig-iisa na magre-represent ng dalawang character. Make sure na yung napili natin lakas magbasa, clear, para mas maging interactive sa klase. Ano? So, are you ready to hear the uh, dialogue of Diggy and Planta? So, while reading the dialogue, please observe the differences and similarities of the plant transport system and the human digestive system. So, are you ready, guys? So, let's begin. So, Diggy, hi there. I am Diggy, the human digestive system. I break down food so the body can get the nutrients it needs to grow and stay strong. Planta, nice to meet you, Diggy. I'm Planta, the plant transport system. I help move water and nutrients all around the plant to keep it healthy and growing. So, wow, I start working right in the mouth, chewing and mixing food with saliva, then I send it down to the stomach and small intestine where the nutrients are absorbed. Lanta, that's cool. I don't chew or swallow anything. My roots absorb water and minerals from the soil, and my xylem pulls them up to the leaves. Diggy, so how do your plants get food if they don't eat? Planta, great question. Leaves make food using sunlight through a process called photosynthesis. Then I use my phloem to carry that sugar to other parts of the plant. Tiggy, I remove waste too. Whatever the body doesn't need goes out through the large intestine and finally the anus. Planta, we don't poop like humans, but we release water through tiny holes in our leaves in a process called transpiration. It also helps pull water up. Diggy, so I digest food and absorb nutrients for the body. Planta, and I transport water and food made by the plant to where it's needed. Diggy, we may be different, but we both keep living things alive and growing. Teamwork with nature. Planta, absolutely. Whether human or plant, we both do important jobs. Diggy, you know what's even cooler? We're actually connected in a bigger way. Planta, oh yes, humans rely on plants for food, and the nutrients to digest often come from us. Diggy, and humans help plants too by growing, watering, and taking care of you. Even the waste we produce goes back into the soil to help you grow. Planta, it's a beautiful cycle. We support each other in this big web of life. Whether it's your digestive system or my transport system, we both play key roles in keeping the earth healthy and alive. Vicky, that's the power of interconnection. Different systems, one amazing world. Planta, couldn't have said it better, Diggy. Ayan, so I hope that you enjoy the dialogue and conversation of Diggy that represents the human digestive system and Planta that represents the plant transport system. Did you enjoy their conversation? So I hope that you observe the similarities and differences of each system. So meron ba kayong nakitang pagkakaiba? Meron din bang pagkakatulad, grade 8? So let's see it. Ayan, so for the similarities, both systems move nutrients to the different parts of the body or plant. Before I continue pala, so for teachers, pwede kayong gumamit dito ng Venn diagram if you want, ano. Okay, so continue. So similarities, both systems move nutrients to the different parts of the body or plant. Yun yung pagkakatulad nila. Parehas silang nagmo-move or nagtra-transport ng nutrients sa iba't ibang part ng katawan. Like for example, in your digestive system, after the food is broken down into smaller molecule, it is transported, diba, in different parts of the body. And then yung plants din, pagka-absorb ng water, natatransport sa iba't ibang part niya. Yung leaves, pagkagawa ng food, natatransport sa iba't ibang part through the help of special tissue like the xylem and the phloem. So, yung differences, the digestive system breaks down food into nutrients. The plant transport system does not. So, tayo, nagda-digest tayo. May mga enzymes tayo. Yung plants, wala. Wala silang enzymes. Kasi, yung roots, nag-absorb ng water and then it will be transported through the use of the phloem. And then yung, what do you call this? Leaves, siya naman ang gumagawa ng kanyang food na itatransport naman in different parts of the plant through the use of the phloem. So, ayun, yung main difference nila. Yung human digestive system nagda-digest ng food, yung plant hindi. Kasi sila naman ang gumagawa ng sarili nilang pagkain. Next. Both are essential for the survival and health of the organism. Yun yung similarities. Yung human digestive system, important syempre sa mga tao. Kasi pag walang digestive system, mabubuhay ba ang mga tao? Diga hindi. Similar sa plants, pag walang transport system, the plants will die or hindi talaga possible yung survival. Differences. The digestive system absorbs nutrients through the small intestine. Plants absorb through roots. Yun yung main difference. Tayo, nag-absorb tayo ng nutrients through small intestine while plants through their roots. Next, similarities. Both are made up of different parts that work together as a system. Okay, yung ating digestive system made of different parts from your mouth, esophagus, stomach, small intestine, large intestine, rectum, while the plants, it is made of different parts like your roots, your stem, your leaves. Okay, So, yun yung similarities. Differences naman, humans need to eat food. Plants make their own food through photosynthesis. Tayo, kailangan nating mag-consume ng food. Pero ang plant, hindi na kasi sila yung gumagawa ng sarili nilang pagkain through the process of photosynthesis. Next, similarities. Both systems support growth and energy for the organism. Tama naman. In human digestive system, it support the growth of humans or individual, 'di ba? Kung walang digestive system, hindi lalaki, walang growth na mangyayari kasi walang nutrients na possible is matransport. Sa halaman, ganun din. Kung walang plant transport system, hindi sila mag-grow or walang growth na magaganap. Differences, the digestive system uses muscles and enzymes. The plant transport system uses xylem and phloem. So, sa atin, muscles yung ating ginagamit tsaka enzymes. Sa plant tissue, the xylem and the phloem. May mga similarities pa ba kayong or differences na pwede nating i-share? Okay, tama yun. Roots, yun yung nag-absorb ng i-intake. Possible din, pwede natin i-compare sa mouth. I-compare pwede natin ang roots sa small intestine absorption. Okay. So, ano pa? Yan, tama. Yung atin sa nag-eliminate tayo ng waste. 'Di ba? Elimination yung process through your anus. Ang atin ding plants nag-eliminate. Okay, parang process is ang tawag ay transpiration sa kanilang leaves, 'di ba? Meron pa ba? Okay, so if meron pa, pwede niyo yung ilagay sa comment section para mas babasa ng iba, no? Sige. Ako'y medyo maano na sa mga pakiramdam. Anyway, let's continue. Ayan, so for the third activity, observing plant transport system. To observe and describe the form and structure of a plant transport system. So dito, dun sa learning objectives natin kanina, dapat magagamit kayo ng microscope. Pero sa amin nga is under renovation yung aming laboratory, kaya hindi kami pwedeng magpasaway muna doon. So ako'y improvise muna. So instead of observing it through the use of microscope, naghahanap na lang ako ng video na pwede nilang panoorin para ma-observe pa din kung paano yung plant transport system is nangyayari sa mga plants. So yun yung second video na sinabi ko kanina sa first or sa simula ng video. I hope na napanood na. So this is the guide question. How will you describe the form and structure of plant transport system? So for the answer, the transport system is like the plant's internal highway, made of xylem and the phloem, grouped into vascular bundles, ensuring water, minerals, and food move efficiently for survival and growth. So para siyang internal highway para sa mga halaman. Yun yung ating plant transport system. It's made of pipes. The phloem that transport food and the xylem that transport water. So how do the structures aid in transporting materials and plants? Paano nga ba nagtatransport ng materials yung xylem and phloem? For xylem tube, carry water and minerals upward from roots to leaves, while phloem tubes transport sugars and food both up and down or two-way to nourish the plant. Together, they efficiently move essential materials throughout the plant. Okay, so yun lang po yung ating pinaka-main discussion and I hope that you learned something for the plant transport system. Pwede nating sa teachers, pwede ipagawa ito sa mga bata if you have time. Ayan. So for the last part, we will have a short activity or quiz. Okay, read the questions carefully and choose the letter of the correct answer. Write your answer on a quarter sheet of paper. So number 1, what is the primary function of xylem in plants? Letter A, transporting sugar. Letter B, transporting water and nutrients. Letter C, providing structural support. D, facilitating gas exchange. So doon sa letter D, facilitating gas exchange, it's impossible, right? Kasi yun ay sa stomata, ano? Providing structural support. Transporting water and nutrients. Okay. Or transporting sugars. So the correct answer is letter B. Ano, transporting water and nutrients. That's the work of the xylem. So second, which of the following is responsible for transporting sugars in plants? Is it xylem, phloem, stomata, or guard cells? Excuse me. Sorry po. It's letter B, the phloem. Transporting of sugars, ano? And for number 3, what is transpiration? Ayan, process of photosynthesis, the process of water absorption by roots, the process of water loss through leaves, or the process of nutrient absorption by roots. It's letter C, the process of water loss through leaves, transpiration. Number 4, what is the root pressure responsible for? Ayan, pulling water from the soil into the roots, pushing water from the roots to the leaves, regulating gas exchange in the roots, or letter D, breaking down nutrients in the roots. So the correct answer is letter B, pushing water from the roots to the leaves. Number 5, what is a capillary action? Okay, the movement of water through narrow tubes, the movement of nutrients from roots to leaves, the movement of sugars from leaves to roots, the movement of gases through stomata. So napakalinaw naman, ano? It's letter A, the movement of water. Ayan, next. Anong tube yun? Anong tube yun? Is it phloem or xylem? The movement of water through narrow tubes. Saan dumadaan yung water? Sa xylem, correct. Okay, so next, which of the following is not a function of phloem? Transporting sugars, transporting amino acids, providing structural support, or transporting hormones? So, letter C, ano? Providing structural support. Hindi yun yung kanyang function. What is a sieve tube in plants? Siya ay part ng ano kaya? Ano? A type of leaf structure, a type of root structure, a type of xylem vessel, or a type of phloem vessel? Correct. A type of phloem vessel. Next, what is the primary role of vascular bundles in plants? Ano nga yung vascular bundles? Meron siyang both xylem and the phloem. Ano? So, letter A, to provide structural support. B, to transport water and nutrients. C, to produce sugars through photosynthesis. Or letter D, to regulate gas exchange. So, since meron siyang xylem and phloem, siya ay anong mas malapit? Okay, letter B, to transport water and nutrients. Number 9. What is translocation in plants? The process of water absorption by roots, the process of nutrient absorption by roots, the transport of sugars and other nutrients through the plant or throughout the plant, Or letter D, the movement of gases through stomata. Siyempre, napakalinaw. Translocation is a sugar, which is letter C. Okay, number 10. What is the role of guard cells in plants? Yun yung dalawang nakapalibot dun sa stoma or sa stomata. Okay, so A, absorbing water from the soil. B, regulating the opening and closing of stomata. C, transporting sugars in the plant. Or D, providing structural support to leaves. Okay, it's letter B. It regulate the opening and closing of the stoma. Number 11. Which of the following is not a part of the plant transport system? Yung hindi kasama. Xylem, kasama, lalo yan. Phloem, the stomata, lalong kasama, no? So, the correct answer is letter D, chloroplast. Ano nga yung function ng chloroplast? Yun yung nag-absorb ng sunlight. Ano? So, hindi naman siya kasali sa transport system. 12. What is the main function of stomata in plants? A. Absorbing sunlight for photosynthesis. B. Exchanging gases with the environment. Or C. Transporting water from roots to leaves. D. Providing structural support to leaves. Napakalinaw. Letter B. Exchanging gases with the environment. Where stoma let carbon dioxide in and oxygen out. Next, what is the movement of water from roots to leaves called? Movement of water. Roots to leaves. It's letter A. Transpiration. Okay. Next, which of the following statement about xylem is true? Xylem transports sugar from leaves to the roots. Maling-mali na. Xylem vessels are made of dead cells. Xylem is responsible for opening and closing of stomata. Or letter D, xylem transport amino acids in plants. Nabanggit ko to right kanina. Letter B, xylem vessels are made of dead cells. Number 15, what is the function of phloem in plants? Okay, A, transporting water and minerals. B, providing structural support. Letter C, transporting sugars and other organic nutrients. Or letter D, regulating gas exchange. Siyempre, phloem, letter C, transporting of sugars and other organic nutrients. 16. How do guard cells regulate the opening and closing of stomata? A, by absorbing water and swelling. B, by changing shape due to changes in turgor pressure. Letter C, by secreting hormones that stimulate opening. Or D, by responding to changes in light intensity. Paano ba nag-o-open and close yung ating guard cell? Ayan. What do you think? Hindi ko to nabanggit. Ano? It's letter B actually. Okay? By changing shape due to the changes in turgor pressure. So, yung turgor pressure natin, pag mataas ang turgor pressure ng plant, ibig sabihin, yung normal na plant na makikita natin. When I say normal, yung normal. Okay? Pero pag low ang turgor pressure, makikita natin na wilt. Okay? Or lanta. Yung ating halaman. Okay, lanta or wala talaga. Alam niyo naman yung lanta, no? So, pag mataas din ang turgor pressure, naka-open yung stomata natin. Okay, kasi normal pa yung water level sa kanya or sa loob, hindi pa na normal pa. Pero, pag nasobrahan po, okay, bumilis ang transpiration, nag-close po yung stomata. Bakit po? Kasi, pag hindi nag-close yan, baka maubusan ng water or magka-water loss ang halaman. And if that happens, anong mangyari sa halaman? Possible siya ay mamatay, ano? Ayan. 17. What is the role of root hairs in the plant transport system? A. Absorbing water and nutrients from the soil, transporting sugar from leaves to roots, providing structural support to the roots, or regulating gas exchange in the roots. Of course, it's letter A. Ano, napakalinaw naman. Root hairs. Ano bang ina-absorb? Water, syempre. What is the function of vascular bundle in plant? To transport water and nutrients, to absorb sunlight for photosynthesis, to store excess sugars, or to protect the plant from pathogens. Naulit, ano? So, ano yan? It's letter A. So, which of the following is not a factor that affects the rate of transpiration? So, nabanggit ko din to kanina. A. Light intensity, humidity, soil pH, or temperature. It's letter C, soil pH. Yun yung hindi kasama. Walang contribution or hindi siya factor for transpiration. Next, what is the term for the upward movement of water in plants against gravity? So, pwede natin, nalito tayo kasi nandiyan yung dalawang pwedeng possible answer, capillary action or transpiration pool. So, for this question, ang ating possible answer here is letter A, transpiration pool. Okay, I hope that you learned something. Hindi na talaga kaya ni Sir. Medyo mag-rest na ako. I-upload ko na lang tong video. So, thank you so much and I hope that you learned something for today. Thank you, grade 8.